Hey guys, today I'm super excited. This is my first makeup tutorial. I actually tried to do one yesterday and I was talking and it turned out to be 28 minutes. Well, I don't think 28 minutes is going to upload on YouTube, so somehow I have to crunch all of that down to 13 minutes. I'm a talker. I realized that watching it back. I'm like, why am I just going on and on? So anyway, in an effort to kind of shrink this whole thing, I wanted to let you know I've already have my base on. So I have my foundation that I'm wearing right now is Vitalumiere Aqua by Chanel, and the shade is B20, Beige Tender. And then I've already put my concealer on my red cheeks and nose, and that's Benefit Boi-ing. Great creamy concealer. So I'm pretty much all ready to go. So where I'm going to start, I'm going to use a tinted eye brightener on my eyes to help diminish some of those dark circles. And the product I'm using is Bobbi Brown's Tinted Eye Brightener, right here. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that on my dark circles. It's one of those twist tops to get the product out. So I'm not going to use a lot. It's pretty good. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my pointer brushes right here and start blending those in. Pretty good job right there. Bobbi Brown's Tinted Eye Brightener. One thing I also wanted to say before I proceed any further is that you're probably never going to catch me doing a makeup tutorial on vampire makeup or crazy rave makeup, anything like that. My makeup philosophy is just really beautiful, natural, and effortless makeup. I don't like to look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. I just want to look really naturally flawless, naturally youthful, and just accentuating and highlighting my best features. I don't do a lot of like crazy color palettes too often, but I'm all about people that do. It's just all what you like, what you think suits your face. But for me, I really, I just like really beautiful, timeless makeup, and a lot of runway makeup too. Okay, so let's proceed to bronzing, which is my favorite thing to do. I feel totally naked if I don't leave the house with a tinted moisturizer or some sort of bronzer on. The bronzer I'm using today is Nars' Laguna bronzer. This is a great one that suits most skin types. And the brush I'm applying is the Nars number 19 brush. This is a fantastic blending brush. Because with bronzer, you have to be really careful because sometimes it just looks really unnatural. But I think you need to kind of focus on the areas where the sun would naturally hit your face. Like when I'm out in the sun after summer, I notice that like my neck doesn't look that tan, but my décolletage does, and when you're driving, the sun always kind of hits the side of your face, so I kind of tend to focus more around like the contours of my face and down the center, because that's where the sun naturally hits. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you look like Snooki. Today's makeup tutorial is all about beach makeup. Bronze, this is a makeup style I do all the time. Summery, youthful. I'm going to focus a lot on kind of bronzes and corals here. And it's really easy to do. I don't take too much steps with makeup. Okay, so that's pretty good. Get my little bristles off. So that's my bronzer. And then next I am going to start contouring. Contouring is something I just kind of started to do. A great contour product is Nars again. I love my Nars, but their Zen blush. It's basically just a couple shades darker than my natural skin tone, and that's really what you should be looking for when you're contouring. You don't want to have a dark line. You want it to look really natural, almost like a natural shadow. Contouring's great because it helps to accentuate your cheekbones. It can make your nose look smaller. I just really like to put it down here. Great way, if you're not sure where to contour on your cheeks, just do a fishy face and follow the line. And there. That's where you're supposed to go. Beauteous. Okay. And next, we are going to move on to blush. And the blush I'm using today is Kevyn Aucoin's the Pure Powder Glow. It's an apricot. Love this coral color. This is a beautiful shade. Brush I'm using is just my La Prairie blush brush right here. But you can just use whichever brush you like. And I'm going to focus this just kind of on my tops of my cheekbones and just do quick like upward strokes like that. You want to make sure if you contour that your blush is kind of camouflaged into your contour as well, so you don't have a line of contouring and then a line of blush. They should be kind of blended together, I think, to make it look more natural. I'm all about blending. I hate going outside and then freaking out because something's not blended perfectly. It bothers me. It's like a really big pet peeve. One thing, a tip I always like to tell people as well, I'm sure it's a tip that everyone knows, but I believe in all the times you can applying your makeup in natural light, because I've just noticed when I've bought things in department stores, I thought I'd like them on me in department stores. As soon as I get outside, I think I look like a hooker or something. So it's tricky. Lighting is tricky, and I think if you apply your makeup in natural light, you know how you're going to be seen the whole rest of your day. Whereas if you do it in artificial light, sometimes you might be a little bit heavy-handed because it looks okay in that light. So when all times possible, try to do your makeup in natural light. A lot of times I'll just bring a compact out in front of open the blinds and just do my foundation and color just in front of a window. Okay, so that's that. Next, let's move on to eyeshadow. This is Nars Abyssinia. I already did an eyeshadow base, I just put some foundation on my eyes, but I do like to do kind of a nude eyeshadow before I put any other color on, just because I found with my with darker pigments, they tend to leave creases on my eyelids if I didn't put any type of base before it. So I figure if I do this, at least the dark eyeshadows have something to grip to, so they're not going to crease as easily. So when I can remember, I always like to put a little bit of a nude eyeshadow on. Just blend it upwards. And then I'm going to use my Aveda Spark, and I'm just going to use my finger, as I said, and just cover basically the whole lid, going up to the brow and blending outwards. Give you a nice bronzed look, really natural. I'm going to do my other eye. I'm going to have to find a new spot to do my makeup tutorials. This is killing my back. Oh. Don't worry, I'm going to suffer for you guys. But seriously, I need to find another spot. Okay, so that's my Aveda Spark done. I can put a little bit under your, I'm going to use a little brush it came with, like under your eyes if you want to. You can put a little bit of bronzer under there. Now, another thing I love to do is highlighting my eyes, like the inner and outer corners of my eye. And I am going to use, a great product to use if you don't want to use an eyeshadow is Nars Hollywoodland. Their soft touch shadow pencil. It's a gold shade. It's really pretty. So if you want, you can just put that in there. Or I've used Guerlain's Dior Radiant Color Palette, and this just has a whole bunch of different highlighter options in different colors. So you've got like gold, green, blue, and pink. This is really easy. So I'm just going to draw it in the inner and outer corner of my eye. And you can even put a little bit kind of up into the arch of your eyebrow as well. And then I'm just going to blend it out like that. Next, I'm going to do my mascara, which is Dior Show. I love this mascara. It's freaking awesome. It's basically, you don't even have to wear fake lashes with this. It just does the job all on its own. Look at that brush. So I'm going to start going up. You can use your eyelash curler before if you want to, but if you're using this mascara, trust me, this is going to look really amazing. I only really need to do one coat with this mascara. Hope I'm doing okay for time. Sorry if I'm talking too much. I feel like a mute compared to the other one I did, the 28-minute one. Wouldn't you guys have loved to watch me talk and do this for 28 minutes? It seemed like I was only talking for like 10. That's what makeup does though. I love talking about it. La la la. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Did I get some? I think I got some on my eyelid. Everyone makes mistakes. Just rub it off. So that's just one coat of the Dior Show. And then next I'm going to do my other favorite thing lately, which is shadowing in my eyebrows. I've got really dark eyebrows, but they're kind of patchy, like they're dark in some areas. And I'm trying to get back to that Brooke Shields really thick Blue Lagoon eyebrow. Love it. So I'm going to use Anastasia's Brow Powder Duo in Medium Ash, and I'm going to use the darker of the colors. And I'm just going to start, like, here's where it's sparse on me, so I'm just going to start, like, blending in the corners there. And the key to this is you don't want to, I think the product is key. You don't want to look like your eyebrows are too drawn on. So blending's important, and finding a color that is just like a shade or two darker than your natural eyebrow. Like, I've got, my natural color is really dark brown. My hair's blonde, even though I need to get my roots done at the moment. My hair's naturally dark, but it's highlighted blonde. And, you know, I don't want my eyebrows to look to be too much of a contrast, even though I know that looks kind of in right now with the bleach blonde hair and the really dark eyebrows. I think that works on the skinny 20-year-old models, but I don't know how it works on like a 30-year-old. I could give it a go. So just making sure it's really blended in your sparse areas. And this, I really like this Anastasia product. I've got a Laura Mercier brow pencil I use too in, I think it's Blonde, that's what the shade is called. That's really good, but I like the, I really like using a powder. But you just gotta find what works for you. So that's my eyebrows. They're always really unruly and they never stay in place, so I'm always having to brush them. And then I've got a eyebrow like fixer I use, but you can even take hairspray and spray it onto a comb and then rub it through. But just so they stay in place, I'm just gonna do a little brow fixer here on them. I don't even know what this brand is. I got it at a beauty salon one time. I've used it so much that the brand is rubbed off. It just says Brow Fix. I don't know if you know the brand, but it's called Brow Fix. Okay, and then last I am going to do my lips, and I'm going to use, I like to use a lip balm first because lipstick tends to dry out my puckers, so I'm going to use Sarah Happ Lip Slip. This is my go-to lip balm. This stuff is fabulous. I'm going to apply a little bit on my lip. And then the color I am using is a recent purchase. It's by Bobbi Brown. It's a rich lip color in Soft Coral number 7. This is a beautiful coral lipstick. It's not too orangey or like neon. It's very easy to wear during the day. You can probably get a brighter orange to use if you're going out at night. Lipstick kind of scares me because someone told me that my bottom lip is bigger than my top lip, and I think that is true. But they said that's why it's harder for me to wear lipsticks, because I don't wear lipsticks that often, even though I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that I'm all blended in and that everything looks good. A little bit more blush there, and you know what? I am going to do a quick little bit of highlighting just in my arch there of my eyebrow. This is that Guerlain Divinora highlighter palette. What do you think? I think that looks pretty good. You can let down your hair, get in your bikinis and go to the beach. So that is my take on a beautiful bronzed up St Tropez look. The sun's out. I'm gonna go outside and get a coffee. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I hope I can squeeze it down to the right amount of time. Hopefully it's within 13 minutes. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.